All right, welcome inside the podcast as we get started on this chilly Monday. Al, what's in your pants?
Oh, hi there, Jerry. Speaking of pants, I'm curious why companies do this. Maybe you have some insight that I can't figure out.
Not likely.
So I purchased a pair of jeans. I ordered it online. I ordered a pair of jeans. That's simple. You got to give your information. They send me emails now multiple times a day.
About specials and
Whatever.
Mhm.
Like, there's got to be a fine line of,
Harassment.
hey, well, I'm going to now unsubscribe. So
Yeah.
now if you would have just,
You ruined it.
right. I've already purchased the jeans. You don't have to sell me on the jeans. I don't have them yet. And when I get them,
Yeah.
if I like them, I may order another pair, but I haven't received them yet. So you telling me, look at these jeans. Look
They're
at it.
pushing you away.
Right. Because what they're
100%.
going to get me to do is completely
Yeah.
unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Where if you were just reasonable about it, even if they sent me an email on Saturday morning, I might be like, well, let me take a look. And then next Saturday morning, multiple times a day, get lost.
I agree.
But why do they not? Do people just,
Because I think for every person they might lose,
Yeah.
or every 10 people they might lose, one person might actually click on it and go buy another pair of jeans.
I think it must be, most people must not unsubscribe from something.
Oh, that's 100% true.
Right?
Something goes on too where I have unsubscribed to things and then I end up with more emails
Yeah.
from different companies, which makes no sense.
I know. I heard different things. You never know what's real, right? So
Ye-
you hear like the fact that you are unsubscribing means that they know that email is active
Sure.
because you made a move.
I could see that. I know my wife has asked me why I don't, because with our Alan Jerry stuff, and by the way, I still have 8 calendars left if anybody wants one. She's like, well, why don't you market it more and send emails since you've got, because I mentioned how many people over the years. I'm like, because I don't want to annoy them.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, but why don't you do it like quarterly? And I actually happen to agree with her. I should send something like every 3 months. But you're right. A lot of these companies, I don't know that I've seen anything twice a day, but there's one company that I get from every single day.
Yes.
And every single day I delete it. I even think I unsubscribed and somehow I got back on the list and I don't know how. And it's one of those, I won't say which one, but one of those flower type companies.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. And it's annoying.
Yeah. I think the way they get around it, because I think by law, if you unsubscribe, they have to unsubscribe you. But what I'll notice is some of them, like they may, like this jeans company, they may categorize their emails differently, right? So they may consider one email a general email, another email, a marketing email,
Maybe.
another email. So then when you unsubscribe, you're just unsubscribing to the
one thing.
marketing email.
Yeah.
And
It's
we're going to still
possible.
continue to send you other crap.
Very possible. There's one company I like. It's called Networld Sports. They're based out of London. It's where I bought my the batting cage for my kids. I got it. Believe it or not, the shipping wasn't horribly expensive, which is nuts when you think
A
about.
batting cage was
Yeah.
shipped here.
And I'm talking about they're like 12-foot iron posts that got shipped here in these huge boxes. And the shipping wasn't, I want to say like the shipping was like $70, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
but
no, it
whatever.
makes no sense.
Long story short, so I've bought from them. I bought the batting cage from them. I bought a replacement net from them. I bought an extra couple of posts from them and a couple of other things. To me, they do it the right way. I get one email from them once a week. I'm fine with that. And you know what? A lot of times I click on it. Oh, I wonder if they got any specials this week. But if it was every day, I'd be out.
Yeah.
I'd be out.
I know there's got to be, but again, these are companies that probably have done research, or the marketing
Absolutely.
email people have done research and said, I know this is annoying. You have to annoy them every day.
Yeah. To make sure that you stay in their face.
Yeah.
Now, again, that can go both ways. That can go the way you are. I'm not buying jeans from me anymore. Or it can be like, I need jeans. Well, that company's, they're top of mind.
Yeah, I guess. But I haven't got them yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I hear you.
if I like them, then I'll be your customer.
So you won't even go to the see, jeans are one thing I won't like. Pants I will not buy online. I go to the store and I actually try them. It's the one I'll buy a shirt. I have no problem. I'll buy a jacket, a hoodie, anything. Pants, I don't think I've ever bought a pair of pants online.
Yeah, I do buy them online. I mean, a lot of these places, they have, if you buy something from Amazon, of course, you can return it at Whole Foods. But a lot of these other places I've bought jeans from, you can return them. There's a company called Happy Returns.
Okay.
That work with all these other companies. And it'll be like, okay, you have a return. You do it if you want to return our product, do it through Happy Returns.
How many emails they send you a day?
And zero.
I'm kidding.
But Happy Returns might be at like, okay, type in your zip code. Oh, Happy Returns. Just bring it to GameStop down
No
the
kidding.
street. Yeah.
I wonder what kind of kickback they get.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's obviously something. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it.
I almost started a brouhaha at Whole Foods when I was returning an Amazon item over the weekend on Saturday. I had to return an Amazon item. And the Whole Foods is the one in, well, I don't want to say where in case I don't want to get people in trouble. It's the, there was a line for returns, but there were two people working returns, both probably people in their 50s.
Okay.
So they were not young kids. One woman was helping everybody, and there was a decent line. And the guy next to her just appeared to be organizing bags. So I'm the next in line. She's helping someone. She goes, he's open. Now, keep in mind, she's a foot from him.
Right.
She goes, he's open. I go, okay. He wouldn't look up. I go, oh, because he's not looking up. She goes, no, but he's open. So please go to him.
Wow.
So I go over there. He's fiddling with bags. I go, oh, she said, you're open. He goes, well, good thing she's working today to let you all know. And then she goes, oh, you're damn right. You're damn right. I'm working today. I was like, uh-oh.
And it was you. I love it.
Yeah.
Of course, it had to be you to be the one next in line to get this started.
And I was nervous. Is he going to do my return correctly? Is he?
Well, I'll tell you this. That's a funny story because I always talk about my time at the liquor store. And there would be days when my boss, his name was Sean, he has since passed away. And then it might have been my buddy Eddie or John or I think who else. Pete was in there from time to time. And around holiday season, there would be, it was always two people working, but a lot of days it was just Sean and someone else. So there was two people, but the manager, because he was the manager until he passed. But around holiday season, he would bring in another body. So it would be two people and him because it would be a lot busier. And then people would start ordering gift baskets. And so there would be days where I'd be on the register and also unpacking the stock that comes in off the trucks. And you're bouncing back and forth from the aisles back to the counter, and there was one day I go back there and these two jackasses were playing hockey as I was killing myself in the front of the store, putting up the inventory, taking care of customers, and these two J-offs were in the back, not even joking, playing with a foam puck. They were playing hockey. They had all the gift baskets done already, but they didn't want to come up and help. And I was so pissed. And they're my friend. I'm like, what are you guys? You're killing me.
Yeah.
So I could see her being like, hey, jackass, you want to help me
here? You got
here?
a line here.
I get
You're
it.
fiddling with the return bags.
I get it. That's funny.
Yeah, it was great. So clearly those two were battling each other for
and
quite
then
a
you
while.
guys sit next to each other for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
When I turned to the line as I was leaving, I said, good luck, everybody.
That is pretty funny.
I did something yesterday, Jerry, or Saturday. I did this. I finished up the OJ documentary.
Okay. I'm only through. I saw two. I saw the Chase one. Is that the second one?
Yes.
Yes. I only
the
saw
first
two of them
episode was Blood Evidence.
Right.
Or the trail of blood.
Yep.
Okay. So I finished it. And I decided, I tweeted out, I said, after watching the OJ documentary on Netflix, these are the three most annoying people in it.
Okay.
Everything is racist attorney Carl Douglas.
Okay.
DNA asshole Bill Thompson.
Okay.
And OJ hanger on until he can no longer make me money, agent Mike Gilbert.
Okay.
So those are the three people. Now you might say, well, what about OJ? No, these were people that were interviewed specifically for this.
That had a part in this thing.
And one guy in particular, at least the OJ agent by the final episode seemed regretful and remorseful that he stayed friends with OJ and realized OJ did it, and he did have some help in getting him off.
Okay.
So I did feel like that guy had regret. And in fact, I looked, he wrote a whole book about it.
Mm-hmm.
The one guy I couldn't get out of my head was the DNA expert, one of the DNA guys, who was so giddy still to this day. He seemed like overly happy that he helped confuse the jury.
I didn't see this guy yet, right?
DNA.
The first two episodes? I don't remember this.
I don't know.
Guy.
Oh, yeah, it's a 4-episode thing. Yeah, maybe not.
Okay.
So anyway, I couldn't
get past it.
I couldn't get past it. I just kept thinking like this: 2 people were murdered,
Yeah.
and you're happy today,
Yeah.
all these years later, that you helped like confuse the dummies and the
Mhm.
jury, and it was also new thing. So I found him online
Did
and
you
I
really?
sent him an email.
Oh my god.
I would like to read that email to
Did
you,
he
Jerry.
respond to you?
He did not.
Yeah. He must get a
So
lot of these.
he is a he works at a college in California.
Okay.
He works at UC, University of California,
Irvine?
Irvine.
Okay.
So his stuff is all online. You want to
Right.
contact him, his phone number's there, the email's there.
Gonna call him today.
No, I'm not going to call him, but I did email him. And I wrote, just finished the OJ documentary on Netflix. You looked giddy being able to get a double murderer off on a technicality. All these years later, and you're still giddy about it? You legit look happy about it. You are an asshole. And I hope you get to high five OJ in hell someday.
Wow, look at you.
That's right.
Look at you.
What a dick.
It's really bothered
That
you.
really bugged me.
Yeah, no, I get it. I don't know how anybody could look at the photos
Right.
and not like if you're even if you're one of the defense attorneys. I know it's their job. We talk about this all the
Yeah.
time. I get it. But my God, to see that we didn't see this in live time, in real time, like see the bodies, I mean, to see them now, it still gives me the chills. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know how you like it's one thing to be a defense attorney and get your client off on a technicality, especially if they keep telling you I didn't do it. Even if you think they might have, you still don't know. Boy, when you kind of know,
Right. When you're a lawyer
man,
and you see the evidence and you know he did it, you even if the evidence was collected poorly, which it was,
yeah, I know.
you still know he killed 2 people.
Like, do you sleep well at night? I mean, I guess you do. I don't know.
Well, the one attorney said didn't actually use that words.
Which one?
Carl Douglas,
Okay.
who was just under Johnny Cochran.
Yeah.
He said he sleeps very well at night, knowing that OJ was innocent.
Well, Carl. So that was he's the he was on with the spaghetti bowl.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I get it. That now we're getting into a different conversation. I don't look at him as one of the star defense attorneys, though. To me, it's the Kardashian, it's the Shapiro, it's
Right.
the what's his name,
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran. It's those guys.
F. Lee Bailey.
Yes, that really took the lead in this whole thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Carl Douglas is still alive.
Yes.
So he's talking today.
Right.
Where other people had passed.
Yes. So
yeah, just like this guy that I called an asshole and wrote to, he worked under Barry Scheck,
okay,
who was the main DNA expert.
Right.
But still, he was just like so happy.
Yeah. No, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It is now. I know there's a lot going on out there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like it, you remember it, but then you see the video and you forget like how nuts it was. And I will tell you, because of all the riots that were out there, my father was in southern Los Angeles the day of the verdict. And I remember saying to my mom, I hope he can if he's found guilty, I mean, there might be riots again. I hope he can get the hell out of there safely. And I'm not going to lie to you. There was I 100% thought he was guilty. When it was read, I was listening to Mike and the Mad Dog driving on the turnpike. For my father's sake, there was a sense of relief that he was found. Because I actually just assumed that they'd be retried and we do it again, he'd go to jail. But I was kind of like, all right, my dad can get out of there safely. And I do remember that thinking, all right, for his sake, I'm glad that verdict came back as not guilty. There'll be no riots. And then we'll take care of this, next year. Oh, I was wrong about that.
Yeah.
But it's been it's a crazy, even you know what amazes me? I said to Kim, we were watching it on whatever it was, Saturday or I don't even know, maybe Friday night. And what blows me away is we had cell phones, but we didn't have cell phone cameras really. The amount of footage that they have and still photos and the footage of the chase, which I only remember from watching the Knick game with her, ironically enough. And all I remember from it was the box on the TV screen. I never saw footage like this. The fact that that word got around as quickly as it did and people were out of their cars.
Yes.
It was, and they had even the one guy in the die. He's like, "Where did people come up with paper to write these signs?"
Right, they made
It
signs
was
on big poster
unbelievable.
board. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
when did you had that in your house, I guess? And then
really fascinating, actually,
yeah.
that they have that much stuff.
So I'd Googled before. I was just curious, like the home where OJ lived
Hmm.
and the home where Nicole lived, what is that like now?
Yeah.
So Nicole's condo is still there.
Hmm.
The people who bought it, I think it changed hands twice. The
Okay.
people that have it most recently, I guess, was probably a number of years ago now. They redid the whole front of it
Yeah.
so that it doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, that murder, that double murder occurred outside. It
Yeah.
wasn't in the
Hmm.
condo. Would you be able to live there? Like,
Um,
we've talked about probably not being able to live in a place where if a double murder occurred in the
I
house.
would say this: if it looked different,
Yeah, they said it looks completely different.
then yes, just because it's the same address would be creepy, but I don't think it would prevent me from buying it if someone came out, re-landscaped it, pulled the pavers up, and made it all different. And if that wasn't the case, could I buy it? Yes, but I would have to have it completely redone before I moved
Yeah.
in. Just because the images would be in your head. It's got to look different.
Yeah. And I wonder though, that person, whoever lives there, you still I wonder if there comes a time where you don't think about it when you're walking up the walkway.
No, I don't
No,
know
it's
about
like
I don't
every day.
yeah, I think it does. I think you do think about it often. If not every day, a lot.
Yeah.
How would you not?
Then I saw OJ's mansion. I'd forgotten someone bought it and leveled it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
interesting.
built a whole new place
Okay.
there,
Yeah.
which in the article I saw about it, the one sister, Nicole's sister,
Mhm.
was very happy because she said OJ really loved that place. Like it was he really loved
Right.
that. So she was happy to see it get flattened
Yeah.
and replaced by something.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That guy lived an entire life as a criminal
Yeah.
and only went to jail because of memorabilia or something at the end.
Right.
So bizarre.
Right. He went there with a gun.
Yeah.
And because they shut the door on the people to try to get the
Oh, is that what it
memorabilia
was?
back, that's called like kidnapping charge
Right.
because you're blocking them from leaving.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It was really strange.
Yeah.
So many people that are and so many people have passed away. That
It's what, 40 years? 30 years.
94, 40,
30
40.
years.
I think 40. No?
No,
No, 30.
95,
Oh,
5
yeah,
years.
yeah.
30 years.
30 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots happened in
Years.
those 30 years.
Yes.
Lots happened.
Yeah.
Even the fact that I sit there and say, like, I was watching the Knick playoff game with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time. I was 20 years old. And here I am, soon to be 51.
Yeah.
And this is where we're at now.
It was just the perfect storm of the race relations with the Rodney King stuff, DNA being relatively new,
Mm-hmm.
um, the fact that the LAPD seemed to be fighting with each other. The two main cops didn't seem to like Furman. He didn't seem to like
Yep.
those two. Then you had the guy who collected the evidence was relatively new and was not using proper
Of
protocols.
course.
And then the cop who finds the two gloves is a racist and on tape.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that was a time when we weren't recording everything.
Right.
And he is saying the most, I don't know if you got to that
I
part of
haven't
the.
yet. But I remember the story from then. I do remember that.
I remember the story too. I did not recall.
How bad it was?
Yeah, how
Oh, I
bad of
didn't
what
hear it
he
yet.
said.
Okay.
So you're like, I mean, what a Now, I still believe the gloves were OJ's and we're
Right.
in two different locations.
Of course.
But again, the timing of it and it just
Yep.
everything was in their favor
Mm-hmm.
because of the sloppiness of everything.
Yeah.
And you're telling me the one guy who finds the evidence is the one guy you have on videotape saying horrendous things?
The one guy I like is the older guy, who I guess wasn't older at the time, but he was pissed off the whole time.
Tom Lang.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one who had him on the phone in the chase in the car.
I don't do that.
That's my
OJ.
favorite guy.
Yeah.
He's tremendous. He's calling it like he sees it.
Yeah, he
That
was
pretty
good. And I still feel like every time like you see Ron Goldman's sister.
Yeah.
And she's like, do I want to be doing another OJ documentary?
I know.
No, but my brother needs to have a voice.
Yep.
Because he
Sad.
did get forgotten about a lot.
Well, of course, because he's the second person to the star's wife.
Yeah.
I did not realize, and I don't know why. I guess all these years I thought they were a thing. I didn't realize the poor guy was just bringing glasses back to her.
Yeah, I think he was just friends with her.
I didn't realize. I thought she was having not an affair, but I thought she was with him after she was divorced from OJ. I did not realize that it was friends at best. And on that night, it was just wrong place, wrong time.
Right. And it was her mom's glasses, right? I
Yeah.
think that's what it was.
Yes, her mom's prescription
So
glasses.
then imagine you're the mom.
No, I couldn't. I know.
And you think,
I know.
if I didn't forget I think his wife I think Nicole probably was still going to end up dead that night. OJ seemed content on that. But that guy was just wrong place, wrong time, like you said.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Well, we always talk about these little things you do. What path do they lead you down?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes, it is. So if you need me, Jerry, if you need me to email anyone and tell them they are an asshole, I will do that for you.
You've had a new career.
By the way, when I told Gina I did that, she acted as if I was the most insane person ever.
That's what made her think that out of all these years?
Yeah.
That's the thing?
That I was like, I'll find this guy.
And you did.
I did, by the way. I emailed him from an email account that's not my name. Like it's like a fake name. I mean, I'm telling you here, I did it.
Yes.
But his email, he did not get an email from Al Dukes. He got an email from one of my fake
Hal
names.
Thompson. You're so funny. I give you credit, though. You follow through with it.
I think he did read it. And I don't know that a lot of people wrote to him. You have to go find him. I had to find him.
You put in the extra effort.
I put in some legwork.
You did put in the extra effort.
Yeah.
I'll try and get to episode 3 today and maybe 4 tomorrow. Because I would like to see the end of it.
I don't know what I'm going to watch next. I kind of feel like Netflix owes me something. Like they owe me some sort of
I will tell you
thing.
With these streaming services that really sucks. Like I saw there's a documentary series, and the way it was presented, I thought it was part of Amazon Prime, and it was on great football players of all time, and it just looked a little different. And I saw the one was on Marcus Allen. I'm like, you know what? I would watch that. It looked like they had interviews and different footage. And so I go to click on it, and I was like, I had to sign up for something else. I'm like, no, I'm not signing up for any. It looks great. I'm out. Not doing it. I'm like,
but you got to draw the line somewhere.
Oh, I've drawn the line. I'm looking to pull the line even further down and get rid of stuff.
Yes.
But it's just, it's a pain in the ass with all these different streaming services. It's too much.
Stinks.
Yeah, no, it does stink. I agree
on
with
ice,
that.
Jerry. It stinks on ice.
Yes, it does.
All right, let's do the warm-up show. That is a terrific program.
Yes.
That one does not stink on ice at all. We'll be back here tomorrow on a Tuesday, Jerry.
Yep.
Jerry, is there sports on tonight?
The Knicks play.
Knicks.
You will not watch 2 seconds of that.
No, I will not.
You're going to get a lot. Here's what you're going to get today. You're going to get a lot more reaction from the Doncic trade. The Knicks will play tonight. The Knicks players, I'm sure, will react to it.
Right.
And then you could get another trade because the NBA trade deadline is Thursday. And maybe, it would be good for a day like tomorrow if Pete Alonso signed today, just to be done with it already.
But if we need him, it would be cool if he signs tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's fine.
It's cool when we're the first morning show to talk about.
You're just dismissing McMonagle?
No, I'm just saying, like, he's got his people that are awake at that time.
Yes. We start the day.
Yeah,
He kind of wraps up the day.
Yeah, he ends the day.
Agree.
The official morning starts at 5 a.m.
Fair enough.
So we're really the first.
That's it. We're first.
So I'm talking about.
Right.
All right. So